Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome to another episode of Anime Season 5. Coming in at number 22, we have Death Note. Uh, now, to be honest, I'm going to start with the reason why it's lowest on this list first. The main reason is simply the ending. I love the music, I love the characters, I love the story, it's all fantastic. But the ending really puts it lower on this list. I hate this ending. I hate the way the anime handles Light's death. The thing that makes Light's death so significant for me in the manga is the fact that throughout this entire story, he believes himself to be God. He has this God complex and believes himself to be higher than other beings. And then at the end of the series, when he's discovered and he's dying, and Ryuk writes his name, he's going to die. He's going to die. He knows this, and he's just groveling. He's just groveling, begging for someone to save him, and then he just dies on the filthy ground like a common criminal. This guy who was so adamant that he is above everybody else dies like a common criminal, and that is just very poetic. That is incredibly poetic way for him to go out. Where in the anime, they just kind of let him wander off. They let him wander off, and he's allowed to just go find a spot with some sunlight, laying on some stairs, and he just lays down on them like Jesus. Like, still at the very end, he still believes him to be above everybody else. Even when he's about to die, he still believes that he is above everybody else. That's not poetic. That's giving the villain what he wants. He's getting the death that he wants. So I hate that. I absolutely hate that ending for the character. It is not fitting. It is not fitting. It is not poetic. It is not enjoyable. So it really does irritate me that that is the way it ends. So typically, typically when I go back to rewatch this series, it's 37 episodes long, and I will typically end up watching the first 35 episodes, because the last two episodes is the big climax of the story. It's like the last 8 chapters of the manga, and I will not watch those 2 episodes. I will just choose not to watch those 2 episodes, and I will just read the last of the chapters in the manga. That is what I typically tend to do when revisiting this series, simply because I want to avoid the anime ending as much as possible. Um, but as far as like the series itself goes, wonderful, wonderful story, wonderful characters. I can't really say that I have a favorite character, considering how like every character in this series is kind of deplorable in a different way, and I like how there's no one character that is pure good other than perhaps Light's father. Um, he seems to be the only one that is like purely good. Everybody else has some darkness to them, um, and that includes like our heroes, like L and Nier and Malo. Like, they all have darkness to them. They are all willing to do some pretty deplorable things in order to get the desired results. So so I oh, apologies. Yesterday I didn't sleep long enough. Today I slept too much. Anyway, so so in any case, I can't say for certain that I like a specific character the most, but I can say that I like the dynamic between Light and L the most. Like especially when they are working together. During the portion of the story when they are working together, that is probably some of my favorite episodes in the series. Just seeing these two brilliant minds work together was very interesting. It was very fun to watch. God, eventually I'll have one of these episodes where I don't yawn. Eventually it'll happen. Um, but yeah, so I really like this series. I think it's a fantastic series. The animation still looks gorgeous to this day. Um, and the music is very good. Oh my god, I can't stop. I'm gonna have to like grab a energy drink or something after this before I start the next video. Um, but yeah, so uh, I will say like Ryuk is probably one of the funnier characters. I did like a lot of the jokes they did with him throughout the series, both the manga and anime. So I do like Ryuk. Um, my God, Jesus. So so yeah, so I really enjoy this. I really enjoy the series. I'm not sure what else I could honestly say about this series that hasn't already been said before. Like this isn't like some of the other animes on my list where like not a whole lot of people have watched it, or I have several opinions on it. It's just my opinion. A lot of my opinions on this anime, and by extension, a Gurren Lagann and Cowboy Bebop, and a couple others on this list are pretty much the exact same as everybody else's opinions on them. So I I just really like this series, and I do plan on watching it again and again, many more times in the future. It's a fantastic series. But yeah, I think that's good enough for this video. I'm gonna put up one more video today, and then that'll be it. So join me next episode for number 21. All right, take care, everybody.